Solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. Recovery from drug addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC, sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Live from Cobble Chevrolet GMC Studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to The Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket. You got your host here, Nico Schultz, on Timeless Talks, and my co-host,
your boy Chris Ramsey. How are we doing today? First of all, we want to give a huge shout out to Canopy Street and Wingstop. Thank you guys so much for everything you do for the ticket.
Amazing sponsors.
Yes, amazing, beautiful. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We also have an amazing guest gymnast here, Emma Spence. Let's go.
How are you feeling to be on the show tonight? I know you are a co-host or a host on the Gymnast Show, but you're on the track show.
Oh, yeah. Super excited to be here.
Super excited to have you. Okay, Emma. Well, on our show, they don't know really know who you are. So could you give like a little brief rundown on kind of your story and how you got here to the University of Nebraska?
Oh, man. Okay. So I'm from Canada.
Mhm.
I'm on the gymnastics team. I'm also on the Canadian national team for gymnastics. I am a sophomore, so this is my second year here. Basically, I ended up in Lincoln because I got recruited, and yeah.
Ever since then. And she's in speech pathology.
Yes, that's my major.
Exactly.
What is that?
Yes.
It's kind of working, I guess, with people with speech disorders.
Okay.
Teaching them how to speak properly, learn how to speak, or if you have some kind of traumatic injury to your speech, anything that you use for speech, you'd work with that. And then there's like another side with swallowing disorders, pretty much anything with like throat, mouth, that kind of area you'd work with.
So what got you interested in that? Because I feel like it's my first time even hearing about it. So tell me what got you.
Okay, so my freshman year when I started, I actually had a different major. It was nutrition and exercise health science, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. And then I realized I had to take OChem and like all of these hard sciences. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to get it out of this now because I'm probably not even I don't know what I want to do with it. So might as well avoid that if I can.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to do. And I met with a career coach, I think like 3 times. And we went over all the options. of different classes and different majors I guess I could choose from.
Yeah.
And that's the one I picked. Seemed the
Okay,
most
okay.
interesting, so I went with it.
We like that. So far off of what you learned, and you feel like it's going to be a passion for you?
Yeah, so far it's been super interesting. I've learned a lot about how you talk. Like I've never even like thought about how you speak and how it
Yeah.
works, but I've learned so much about it so far, and it's been cool.
And she is fluent in French as well. That's her first language.
Yes,
actually.
French is my first language.
I could kind of do something like bonjour, je m'appelle
This dude.
Christophe. You know, was that
yeah,
good?
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, don't try me.
Hey, okay,
That was
okay.
good.
So Emma, actually, she competed in the 2021-2020 Olympics. She was an alternate for Team Canada. So could you kind of walk us through that and that journey and
Wow.
getting up to that level?
Okay, so I didn't actually compete because I was the
Well,
alternate.
you were the alternate, but still, you got onto that stage.
I made so it was really hard because it was all during COVID.
Oh yeah.
So it was actually supposed to be 2020, and then it got postponed a year, which affected everyone's training. So I had to take time off because of the lockdowns. Everyone had to, and then you were training, and it was just in your gym, pretty much just like I think 4 other girls I was training with. Another girl was also training for the Olympics, like to make the team also. We had virtual competitions to qualify because you couldn't go to competitions. So it was me and another girl that ended up making the Olympic team actually. And one of my teammates, we were just training. We did the competitions, just 3 of us competing with like the coaches. There were no spectators or anything, just in this empty gym. And it was virtual, so that was just recorded, and then the judges judged the videos, and that's how they decided the teams and everything. So that whole process was super weird. And yeah, I ended up being named the alternate because of COVID. Unfortunately, couldn't travel. Usually the alternates would be able to, but wasn't able to do that. That was still pretty cool being named to the team and everything. So
dang, that's amazing. And that was as a freshman, right? Or that
before.
was before?
That was before.
Oh,
so that happened, and then I came in fall for my freshman year.
Oh, that's
here.
crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, bro, she's a stud. That's amazing. So when did you kind of start your gymnast career? Because I know like usually people be like, oh, it's like straight out the womb, pretty much right to it. So is that kind of like how you start getting invested too?
I actually started kind of late for a gymnast. I was like 7, I think, 7 years old. Before I did like normal kids sports, I guess, like soccer, swimming, dancing, all those, and then yeah.
So Emma, recently, I know you have been dealing with some hardships. I know you gotten super sick, and could you kind of walk through what kind of transpired this past week with the whole entire sickness, and then your opportunity to go to trials?
Yeah. So I was supposed to go to World Trials over the weekend, like Thursday to Sunday in Canada, to try and make the world's team, but I was pretty sick. So the doctor said I wasn't allowed to travel. Also wasn't allowed to do gymnastics. So I wasn't able to go, and I was pretty much just stuck in my bed all week. So that was pretty tough, honestly, just because my chances of making the team were looking pretty good leading up to it. But I'm just trying to think like everything happens for a reason, and even if I don't know the reason yet, I guess I'll realize it at some point, and I'm just trying not to be too hard on myself for that, and taking the opportunity to rest and recover because obviously my body needs it. So,
of course,
yeah.
The biggest thing I take away from that, bro, is how like positive you are to stay towards it. Because I know, like I said, that was an opportunity you really wanted to go after, and it didn't work out the way you wanted it to. But then, like, I remember the other day she was texting me about social media. She's like, "Hey, like I really want to like figure out the social media thing, the reels." And we've been talking about this for the past like month because she's been trying to get verified on Instagram. So
I know.
You can't get verified
It's not.
on Instagram.
It's not working.
Oh, let's tap in. Let's have it. Do you have any news articles about
She has a bunch, bro.
Yeah, no, we tried.
We literally tried.
He actually tried to get me verified.
You
so.
like
we got to try again this month.
Yeah. I can
Yeah,
get you
you
tapped
can
in.
try.
I can't do it. I don't have any news articles about me, so they're like, oh no, you can't do it. But I feel like you can most definitely get the check.
We
So let's
literally
get
tried
you
it.
the
We've
check.
been trying like crazy. Like, bro, she just had a reel the other day that got 50K.
Oh shit.
Literally 50K. I haven't even got a reel that got 50K yet.
And
so,
she
like,
just started, bro. I mean,
that's what
so
I'm
far, I
saying.
mean, it's looking kind of bad for you.
Oh, it's looking terrible for me. I just hit 1,000. She's at 11K. You're at 30K. So
yeah, you have a lot of followers. I saw that.
Hey, thank
this
you.
dude is
thank
a
you.
social media guru. Like everything I learned about social media is from this guy.
Yeah, tap in Christopher_Ramsey_. We'll get y'all right with your marketing. That I'm literally in business marketing, so I'll get you right. I'm gonna get you right. We gonna figure this out.
I'm gonna get you right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the other day I just met I met with Dev. He is one of the heads of Instagram and Meta.
Yeah, I messaged him.
Yeah, you
She
tapped
showed me
in
the
with him.
Instagram
Yeah, I did.
DM.
I was talking to him about it too.
He's a great guy.
Mhm.
What kind of advice did he give you going through that?
Just not to use like sports pages. Like I couldn't use the school
Mhm.
website or like the Gymnastics Canada website. So I'm gonna try using just articles, and
Mhm.
hopefully that'll work this time. But yeah, last time I did it, Nico was the one that went through and like did all the process for
And
me.
it didn't go through.
Because he's like, I know how to do it. So I was like, okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I know. I felt super bad. I mean, I've been trying to get verified for the longest. I literally have over 5 articles of me in my name, but I don't have the
Bro,
following
what?
to match. She has the following to match. She was an alternate for Team Canada in
Bro,
2021.
how y'all get articles?
Bro, I don't know. It was just one of those things. Like, I don't know. It's super weird looking through articles of yourself. Like, I don't know. Like, what is the feeling you get when you look through articles of yourself? Like, it's
I don't know. I mean, when you were like going through them with me, I was like, yeah, there's this one and this one, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. Like, I'm trying not to make it seem like a big deal.
no, but that's how it is.
insane.
One thing.
Real quick though, before you get to that, we do have a caller if you guys want to take it.
Oh,
Yes, let's take it.
All right, you're on 93.7 The Ticket. Go ahead.
I'm nervous.
Wonder if you're still there. We might have lost them. Well, if you want to call back, because I saw them, they must have hung up. But definitely call back. Hit up the Honda of Lincoln hotline, 402-464-5685.
Hit up the hotline. Let's get you on the line.
No, it was actually, I know who that was. It was my one friend, Jace.
I'm nervous, more nervous now.
No, it's his.
They tried calling a couple times. So
Actually?
Yeah, and then they hung up. So I wonder if that was the same person.
Wait, a couple times, like,
Oh, yep.
they're back.
You're on 93.7 The Ticket. Go ahead.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, who are we talking to right now?
My name is Ryan. I have a question for Nico.
Oh, let's hear
Is
it.
Nico there?
Yes, sir.
Is this Nico?
Yes, sir.
All right. Listen to this. So Gabe told me the last time you guys raced that he beat you in the 200.
Whoa.
How did that motivate you to get better? Because I know this is a sports podcast.
Right.
So how did that motivate you to get better?
You taking L's, bro?
Okay.
Are
yeah.
you faster now after Gabe beat you?
You taking L's,
I'm
bro?
gonna let Gabe take this one as the win. So this did happen. We were in practice, and I ran 2 days before. I ran the 800, the 400, and the 4x4 in one meet. Right.
Okay.
So there was a 200-meter time trial out of nowhere, and Gabe he beat me. Like he beat me. He's a junior. He was a junior when I was a senior. I was going through it mentally. It was a tough time, and yes, Gabe did beat me in that. If he wanted to race now, it wouldn't even be anywhere fair.
No competition.
But like I said, shout out to Gabe for calling though, man. Is this Ryan Kramer?
Oh no! Oh yeah. It is.
What up, Ryan? What up? I appreciate you calling in. Are you with Gabe or you just decided to talk about it?
Yo, did Jace also beat you?
Yeah, Jace also beat me too.
Oh my god.
Hey, there goes.
No way. All right, that's all I need. That's
Yo,
all I need.
of course, man. Appreciate you calling
All
in,
right,
bro.
I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Oh, of course. Sleep great.
Damn, bro. So you were getting beat.
Oh yeah,
out
like I said, it
crazy.
was a rough senior year.
It's
It was
all
a rough
right.
senior
It's all
year,
right,
but-
man. You can't win them all. You're a beast now.
Hey,
You got
maybe-
Beast of the Week, y'all. Beast of the Week. Literally, we just started this new award going in with the University of Nebraska Lincoln track and field team. Coach E, shout out to you because he tapped us in. We got these nice, big, glamorous belts. And my boy Nico was putting in the work day by day, day by day, day by day.
Day by day.
And he got a Beast of the Week award. So, I mean, you could kind of go ahead and guess what that means. He's a beast.
It was a
Like,
crazy week. It was a
is it,
crazy week.
bro?
Today was a crazy day though. I actually just got an email back from the
Beast of
CEO.
the week? Oh.
No, check it out. So this was actually crazy what happened today. So in my entrepreneurship class, we bring in, I think it is like 3 or 4 guest speakers a year. And as you know, the CEO or the headquarters of Huddle is here in Lincoln because the 3 CEOs graduated here. I think it was 2006. And so the CEO of Huddle came in to like talk to the class, kind of give a rundown how he started his business from the ground up. And so my plan was to make content out of it. And it was to basically the video idea was going to be having the CEO of Huddle react to my Huddle highlights from high school. And so I came in and he was asking people, he was like, hey, is anybody here like currently like a business owner? Do you run any type of business? So I raised my hand and I'm like, yeah, I run a podcast and I sell merchandise for it. I said, oh, that's cool. And so the end of the class hits, and I raised my hand again, and I said, "Hey, do you mind checking out my huddle highlights and reacting to it for me?" He's like, "Yeah, of course, man." So I run to the front of the class, turn on my highlights, and he's reacting to it. He's saying funny jokes like, "Oh, that's a great throw. That's some great animations. I remember we added those back in the day." And it was super cool just having him on there. And the whole class was laughing. It was a great time. And then afterwards, I went up to him and I was like, "Hey, like, would you mind coming onto a podcast sometime?" And he's like, "I'd 100% be down." So we exchanged contacts, and he's coming onto our podcast in the future. So that is a crazy big business opportunity coming up. So life works in mysterious ways, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
Huddle's blowing up too.
dude, it's crazy. They're taking over. They're in 99% of high schools in America.
Wow.
Emma didn't know what they were
I
because
know,
she's
I
from
didn't know
Canada.
what it was, honestly,
But
but
in
that's
America, it's
exciting.
huge. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty new too, but like it became a great outlet for like student athletes to just throw together their clips really easy. So I remember when we first got it, we are like, "What the hell is this?" And then we started using it, super easy. And then that's how we recorded all our games, watched the film on it. That's a big score.
Dude, literally, if we can get him on there and if things work out the way I want them to, I mean, that's going to be huge. I'm going to be cutting up the video. We got another caller?
Yeah, we got another caller.
Yo, this is Jace.
Jace, what up, man? How you doing, bro?
What's up, Nico? How you doing?
Good. You're on the line with me,
All right,
Chris,
so-
and Emma. So Emma's right here if you got her a question for her.
All right, I got two questions. My first question is for you, Nico.
Let's hear it.
All right, so me and you, we talk pretty often.
Right.
And I give you some advice.
Mhm.
How would you say my advice has affected you in a positive or a negative way?
So for some background context, I call Jace for any crazy situation that happens in my life. So like I said, I know his in and out. I know his in and outs. He knows mine. So best friend ever since freshman in high school. Anyway, how does it affect me in a positive way? Just helps me get some anger off my chest, I guess. Like I said, some crazy situations do go on for both of us. So just having somebody to fall back on, like my reliable man Jace here, is pretty dope. Family's cool together. We are all state athletes in high school for the 4x4. My man's
that's
is moving.
amazing.
He's like that in track. So yeah, I honestly say it helps a lot, my guy. What's the second question?
Okay, my second question is my second question is for you and Emma.
Okay.
So obviously Emma does gymnastics and then you do track.
Of course.
So how much different is like the training? In terms of like lifting?
In terms of lifting, for my end, I have to say our lifting is a lot of power cleans and explosion and has to just relate a lot with track. I'm going to let Emma go ahead and explain her half.
Our lifting side of it, I guess, is very gymnastics based. A lot of like body stuff. I don't know how to describe that, but like no, not even. It's more like body weight, like jumping. And we do some like actual weight stuff like hip thrusts and like all the like rows and all that, but a lot of it is in the gym. Like we do our weights twice a week in the gym, and then I think it's only once a week in the actual weight room. And we do like box pushes and sprints and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess it's more gymnastics based, but I'm sure there's some things that are similar, but yeah.
You still there, Jace?
Okay. Yeah, I was asking because I have one of my friends wants to get into gymnastics.
Really? Where at? Like she wants to like go for LSU. He goes to LSU, by the way.
Oh,
Okay,
hey.
cool.
Okay.
She wants to like be on the gymnast team at LSU.
Yeah.
Okay, snap.
Oh,
That's
Emma,
cool.
you got any advice for her?
yeah.
Do you know like what level she is, or if she what she trains, or
What do you mean?
like does she do gymnastics already?
Yeah. Like she's been doing gymnastics for a while. She's just looking on like tips to get better.
Okay. I guess start with some strength conditioning. I find that helps me a lot with my gymnastics. The flexibility side of it, also the mental side of it is huge. Yeah.
Jace, can you do me a favor?
What is it?
Can you ask Livy Barr if she wants to be on the podcast? From
Oh,
LSU?
of course, bro. Next time I see her,
I know her.
You know her like
Yeah,
that?
Livy.
Bro, Emma knows her. Emma, pull some
let's
strings,
get
bro. We need her on the podcast.
Oh my gosh.
You and her.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Jace, you got any more questions, my guy?
Nah, bro, that was it. I'm gonna hit you up after the podcast.
Of course, bro. I appreciate you for calling in, bro. We got some interactive viewers
Bro,
tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Emma's
Gotta
tapped
love it.
in.
As soon as we bring Emma on, bro, we got all the callers, bro. We got to bring her
Huh.
on. Nobody
For
wants to call in
real.
before. I don't think we've ever had. We had one call before, bro.
And that was
That was Brian on the track
and
team.
Mario called too.
And Mario.
And
Got a
yo,
few.
yeah.
We had two.
Okay. You're a good luck charm. We most
Yeah.
definitely stand tapped in.
You know Livy Barr?
Yeah, the gymnast at
Oh, is
LSU.
that her name? Livy
No,
Dunn?
Livy Dunn, yeah.
Livy Dunn? Okay.
But I did know who you're talking about, like the Livy from LSU. Everyone knows who that is.
Bro,
Wow.
her TikTok,
me
if you
in.
ever look at her TikTok, bro, it's not even fair. Like, how I think she has like 3 mil and
Oh
like
yeah, she's
so
so
many NIL
famous.
deals.
What did
Like
she
it's
do?
crazy.
Just gymnastics?
She got famous, I think, by doing flips on the beach. Like
Oh.
like a couple years ago, like that was her thing because she lived near or on the beach or near the
Okay.
beach. So that was like her thing, and then she got so many followers, and now she's just like social media. She does everything on social media.
Dude,
And it's
like-
got so many NIL deals. It's crazy.
I saw her.
Go do
She had
flips
an
on the
NIL deal for
beach.
Grammarly, bro. She was like, "Use Grammarly, it's great. Use code Livy." And like a bunch of people were like, "I'm downloading Grammarly for my life. Like I'm spamming Grammarly now." Like
Bro,
to get
imagine that, bro. How would you feel if your lifestyle was like that? Both of you guys,
Both
like,
of
coming
us.
to social media, yeah,
to the point to where like anything I post, like
yeah,
it's just
it's
like
getting like insane views, insane love, like people following it, like word for word, bar for bar. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like that's the goal for this podcast, bro. I mean, I want to get to the point one day to where, it'd be one of those things where, we have like 35,000 people, 40,000 people tapped into our live stream or something like
Yeah.
that, and just people supporting. I mean, that'll be huge. I mean, that's definitely the goal. But I feel like when you do get to that point, though, it gets very overwhelming. Like,
Yeah,
it'd be
that's
really
true.
hard to balance everything. Like, Emma, I know you, for example, like you have some super fans that just like on your social media that say some like outlandish stuff. Like, I personally haven't had that happen to me yet, but like for you, could you speak on like just the craziness with people that are kind of like just
Out of
overstep
pocket.
barriers? Yeah.
I think it's really crazy, honestly, because I'm like, I don't see myself in that way as like that cool of a person, I guess. So it's just like surreal. So I don't know if like having that happen all the time, I think that would be like very overwhelming.
Right.
But like on my social media, I have my notifications turned off just because I don't want to be like too into it, like looking into it all the time. So I feel like if that did happen, I would probably still do that, but yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about it. I don't know if I
Yeah.
would like it that much. Like, I think it'd be cool, but like, there's a lot of people you don't know that would be following what you're doing, and I don't know how I'd feel about that. Or like, I definitely monitor and make sure everything I'm posting, like, if it gets creeps get a hold of it, I don't want it to
yeah,
be
that's true.
like too weird or
That is
anything, you
true.
know?
Yeah. I mean, what about
Dang.
for you? What about for you too? I mean, you got 100K on TikTok, so I'm sure you've experienced some.
Ah, Jesus, yeah.
Something wild.
Yeah, honestly, like pretty much every day or every other day. Like there are some comments that I'm like, okay, whatever. But there are some comments where I have to go in there, literally like swipe delete that junk off of my stuff because I'm like, yeah, yo, you're out of pocket. And I'm like, bro, like, do these people like not care about their image? Like, are you that like I don't know. So for the most part, some of it is okay, cool. Thank you for supporting, thank you for showing love. But sometimes I'm like, okay, you're doing way too much. You need to get out of my box.
I just feel like a lot of people don't realize that like we're human too. Like I said, like you're an athlete, you're a normal
Yeah.
person, like you're a normal dude too, bro. I mean, like it's just like kind of scary sometimes when people are like sending threats through social media, and it's like, man, like what do you do? It's like it's a hard route to go down because like I do want to have a following, bro. I do want to get known, and like I don't know. I feel like ever since I got to college, like there's definitely been some crazy comments, and I've just been like, what? Like what made you say this type of thing? Or
Really?
like, yeah,
It's like, and
dude.
it's like it's kind of weird too, because it's like if you really like show love, like really appreciate the content or the person for the person, you would show more respect. You know what I'm saying? You would have respect for them. So I feel like that's something that is kind of interesting. And then a lot also when it comes to a lot of like famous people or rappers or anything. For example, it's not really safe to be like on the top of the so like for example PNB RIP, like he was literally eating chicken and waffles next second, chain taking and RIP, you know what I'm saying? So it's something you have to really kind of restrict showing when it gets to a certain level, I feel like. So it's been happening a lot lately, so I've been trying to stay.
I have a question for both of you guys. So if you guys can go back to any time era at all, which one would want to be and why?
You got it.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm trying to think back. Probably like I like 2010s ish that year.
Your age, 2010s.
Yeah, because I just really like the music and all that. Like I remember that being so good. Like I'll listen to 2010s playlists like all the time still because it was just good and things seemed so chill and easy back then. I don't know if it's because I was younger and I just didn't have to worry about that much, but like I don't know. Like looking back at pictures and stuff, I was like, oh, that was nice. Like that was chill. Yeah.
Okay.
Chris?
Yeah, I don't know what year I was. I was probably like in 9th grade. No, maybe earlier, 7th grade. What year is that? I don't know. But I'll say like, yeah, around 2010s to 2008, 2010s. Yeah, I just remember like riding the bus, listening to Future. You know, Future's a goat. Future or Chief Keef, you know, I'm not gonna say they built me who I am, but you know, it was most definitely a lot of influence there. But yeah, I mean, it was really chill. That's when I had a lot of my friends that I'm still friends with now, and that's a really important thing to me. So yeah, just a lot of relationships built, a lot of things that I learned, and a lot of growth. What about you?
Bro, I'm going back to the 80s, man.
80s? You weren't even
80s.
around
I
then.
know, but the question, you can go back to any time period.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
You
why
don't
I gotta be
alive.
careful.
This dude, hey, well, chill, bro. And no. 80s. I feel like, what year were you born?
99.
99. Okay.
That's
the
say
same age as him.
That's it. No, I was born in 2001.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, then you were
I'm
99.
not that old. How old are you?
21,
23.
See?
What are you, 22?
21.
You're about to turn 22 though, right?
Next year.
Okay.
Jesus.
My bad.
Oh my god. This is
I'm trying to make his age older.
That's
Anyway,
fine. I mean,
80s.
I guess I'm mature.
I feel like in the 80s, you'd be able to get away with like so much. No social media. You can just run around. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just a different time period. Like, I don't know.
That's true.
That
That is true.
Do any of you guys watch Stranger Things?
No, I don't.
I did. Yeah.
Stranger Things is dope. And the whole thing is based upon the 80s.
I did. I liked it. You how'd you feel about the last season?
That was amazing.
Bro,
Best season I ever seen. Bro, best season I ever seen. Emma, please watch Stranger
you
Oh
need
Things.
to
no, I
watch
get so
it.
scared of shows like that. I really don't think I could.
Look,
I think you could, bro.
The last season will have you shook.
Yeah, no. See, I don't know if I could handle that.
You'll be fine, but like
You'll be
for
A1.
me, I put myself like in the position of the characters.
Yeah.
So the stuff they're going through, I'm like sitting here like, oh my god, like how do you get out of that situation? And you can't get out of the situation.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the clock ding, ding, like it's over at that point. So
TV show you would want to be a part of. Or movie or
That's a
TV
great
show.
Oh man. I don't know. Like, okay, the kind of shows that I watch are very like chill, like funny shows. Because like shows like Stranger Things, that's just like too much, like too much stress. I want to watch a show at the end of the day to chill.
You'd be on like iCarly or something.
Yes, actually, that's a good one.
Really?
But like the kind of shows I watch is like Friends, Seinfeld, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So probably a show like that, just like chill and like hanging out with friends and just yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll tap into
Naruto.
Yeah.
Give me something wild. Give me like Walking Dead, bro.
Walking Dead. You're
I'll
surviving.
I'll explain why right after this short break we're about to take.
Yeah, bro.
How was your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then someone started calling me and
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We stand on the shoulders of women who came before us.
Women who fought for their own financial futures.
And now it's our turn.
Join us. Visit WeSaySaveIt.org and take control of your financial future by saving for retirement.
A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey. 1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. Recovery from drug addiction is possible.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yo, we are back with Timeless Talks. We're going to go ahead and run back into it. Going to a show that you would be tapped into. My boy came with us with a crazy answer. The Walking Dead. Go ahead and explain your reason.
Walking Dead. Bro, okay, if you ever watched The Walking Dead, I mean, you got a guy like Rick Grimes, right? Rick Grimes, that's one of the cold, bro. Rick Grimes, he survived. There's like probably like 12 seasons now. He survived every season, bro. He's been through everything imaginable. His wife got destroyed by zombies, murked, absolutely demolished. Then he found a new girl. She got murked. Oh, and then look, one of his only son, he got murked too. But like along the way, bro, he's learned so many life lessons. He was just like every episode, he has just been an absolute G. Like, you know, just being like being the guy who can just step up in any crazy situation. Like, I want to take on that role, you know.
But like, what if you were not the main character?
Oh, that'd be tough. But like I said, that's the only way. The only way I'm getting into the show is if I can be a guy like Rick Grimes.
Oh, got you.
But then so many people would die.
Yeah,
like that's sad.
But check it out. In a pandemic, though, in a real pandemic, like a pandemic world where it's
COVID
like
wasn't real.
No, I'm not. No, stop. We're not going there. I'm talking about like a pandemic where like most people get wiped out. Like everything is free, bro. Like if you check it out, here's listen. There's like episodes. They're driving Camaros. They're on skyscrapers. They're like raiding banks. Like they can do anything. I mean, like it sucks. It sucks the predicament they're in. But like if you get to a good place, good water, good food, like
you chilling,
you're vibing. But it's just when things go bad,
and then things always go bad.
Like I generally feel like I could survive a zombie apocalypse, bro.
I feel like you could too.
It depends the type.
Yeah, I could
it depends the type though. Have you ever watched World War Z?
Bro, you're not surviving. No one's surviving.
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Okay, think about like the
Usain
fastest
Bolt.
person you ever seen
times 2
times like the farthest jump you ever seen. Like these things are like insane. Like like we're not outrunning them.
Okay.
Not outrunning them.
We're literally can't. No,
and this dude.
Not even you track stars.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I don't know what those things were. They get like superpowers.
Like 60 mile per hour truck. They was on those tails. Yeah, there's
Then
We're
seeing
done.
where they're over the wall, how they
They-
just
Dude,
stack
and
up.
then they-
Stacking.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Like, have you ever? Okay, something I think of like ants when they're like trying to get across water or something. They like build like bridges with
Mhm.
themselves. Yo, it's weird, but they
I know what you mean.
but they're creative. So the zombies like literally like just ram me into each other, into the wall. Just like literally every time one would fall, another one would climb, and there's so many of them. Eventually, they're getting over the wall. The wall is like, how tall is that wall? Like,
I don't know. It's crazy.
It's a very tall wall.
it's
crazy
insane. Yeah, imagine the Great Wall of China
Yeah.
times like 3.
Wow.
And yeah. But
Okay.
we're not
Seems
surviving those.
intense.
Okay.
It's very much so.
I'm gonna switch the topic up a little bit. So in 2022, right? Relationships are very, very difficult. I feel like, like with social media, I feel like everything is so like instantaneous, like you don't really have to work for things as much as you did in the past, right? Because like back in the day, I feel like when you were in middle school, bro, you actually had to go up to people, like talk and like blah 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 before like Snapchat and everything else was going crazy. But I feel like now, like you can just send somebody a DM or like just text them or like people are like aren't like they're afraid to be social nowadays. So for you guys, what do you think is a example in your mind of like a healthy relationship?
Go ahead. Emma,
Or a
tap in.
relationship that like think is like functioning, like what is your idea of like the perfect relationship almost?
Ooh, great question.
Well, I don't know. Okay, first of all,
Mhm.
I don't like how it is now.
Right.
Like all the social, like how it's all social media and like texting based. Like I'd
Yeah,
much
it
rather just
sucks.
hang out in person and like talk in person and like get asked out in person. Like that's much more
Mm.
meaningful and fun.
That's true.
And like I guess building up the courage to like talk to someone. Like I feel like that would just be so much more fun than just sending a message.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess a relationship where you talk like in
Yeah.
person and like hang out in person. Like go on like dates like in the 80s. Like when you
In the
mentioned that,
80s.
like
Yeah, that's
I feel like
true.
that
I
would be
switched your
good.
mindset, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Like go into or like the old diners you see in
Yes.
shows in the 80s. Like that'd be so fun.
Yes.
And like going out and dancing and just like not using your phones at all. Like hanging out in person and enjoying being in the moment with the person without just like going on your phone. I feel like that would be pretty good.
That
That's
hits home.
beautiful.
That hits home.
That
Real
does.
quick from the text line, Carter and Adams asking who's on the show tonight. We have Nico Schultz, Chris Ramsey, track stars, and then Emma Spence. Obviously, a very talented gymnastics. She was alternate for an Olympic event. But yeah, that's the show tonight. That's who we got on here. Just want to fill in the audience.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Also, to add in real quick, I feel like today it's a lot easier to get played with social media.
Oh, it's
Because you can be
yeah,
talking
for
to so
sure.
many people,
Yeah.
and you just don't know.
Yeah.
Get manti-tailed.
And like other people could be
Yeah.
talking to other people through social media and you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just too
It's
confusing.
so easy to cheat nowadays, bro.
Gosh, it's terrible.
What
Well,
about you guys?
It's over, Chris.
Yeah, let's hear it.
what my thought is of a healthy functioning relationship?
Yeah.
So honestly, what I think about is just communication. Communication is key. Trying to understand the other person's perspective as well, like not just blocking off to you're right and they're wrong, because that doesn't solve anything. And then it's you and the person against the situation, whatever the situation may be. I like also, when it comes to communicating in person, when it comes to like meeting people and everything, I like to socialize and everything like off my phone, like that's for social media purposes. I don't like, okay, DM, hey, what's up? If I see someone in person, I'm gonna go up to them and be like, hey, what's your name? Whatever. Yeah, and honestly, just like being real with each other, being honest, and complimenting each other's lifestyles. I feel like that's important too, because at the end of the day, like if you're the one putting in 100% and building and building and building, and they're not supporting in any way, shape, or form, that's draining, and I feel like that's not healthy at all, and you'll start hating instead of loving the person. So
That's deep.
yeah,
What do you think the biggest fault of like relationships today are?
Trust issues. They let social media run their mind. Also, the fairy tale picture on social media that a lot of people apply, they think should be their life, and seeing that picture and thinking, oh, this is how it should be, and not understanding that social media is the growth with the person and the journey with the person, like going through all those steps, and that gets to whatever the fairy tale image might be. Like it's not just, oh, we're right here, we're in love. No, it's like you got to build that every second, every day, every minute, like through your dates at the diner, through your dances,
Emma's diner dates in the 80s.
yeah. So that's why I feel like social media is a big thing, and then trust issues, like believing a lot of the stuff that you see on social media and letting it like toxify your brain. Yeah. What's your thoughts?
Yeah,
my
what
boy?
about
What's
you,
your
Nico?
perfect? What's your
Eyes on me now?
Yeah, all on you, my boy.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the biggest fault of today is kind of like what you said. I mean, a lot of people have this idea of what a perfect relationship is. Like they look online, you see like celebrities, you see people with lots of money, you see people like on the grind together. But I feel like you don't really know what happens behind the scenes. Like it takes a lot of communication, it takes a lot of fighting, it takes a lot of just like getting to know the other person. Because like once the what is it called, the honeymoon phase wears off. I think it wears off after like 2 or 3 months. Like then like you really have to like it's almost like what did 21 Savage say in that one song, like loyalty over love, right?
Yeah,
Like I
loyalty
feel like
over
a lot of
love.
people, like once like the love kind of wears out, like they instantly fold, like they'll resort to cheating or like resort to just doing like other things, but they're not really like willing to grow with the person.
Yeah.
And I'm with Emma on this one, like about kind of like the dates and going up to a person and approaching them and like just kind of being original and being spontaneous. Like I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people have definitely lost that in this day and age because like they're super desensitized when it comes to relationships now.
I
Like
agree.
for me, for example, like I said, I haven't been in a relationship in a pretty long time. Because one, I've just been really busy, and then two, like it's just really hard to find the person like what you said that kind of matches your lifestyle. Like it's really hard to find that, and then like be willing to take the risk too. Not a lot of people are willing to take that risk nowadays.
That's a hard jump.
But I mean, I feel like when you do find that person, like it makes things so much easier because like I said, a person will compliment your lifestyle. Will be willing to do those fun things with you, and like you don't really got to worry about them like I don't know, messing with you. Like you can like
it's chill.
Take the
It's
feel like
it's
what is it? Take the
relaxing.
shield off, like take the wall off, like
and it's something natural too. Like it's not something forced. Like like and when you know, I feel like that's
exactly.
great.
That's the biggest thing too.
Yeah.
Like when you know, like there's gonna be no question about it. So like, but I feel
hey bro, when it does come to interacting and going and doing that in person type of conversations, what's some ways you think helps you when it comes to like going and talking to someone for the first time? You too, and I want to tap in with you.
Okay.
going and talking to somebody for the first time.
Yeah.
It's definitely confidence. Like for me, I just try to be funny, bro. I feel like that's the easiest way to just ease off like the tension or ease off
Make
like
them laugh.
Make them laugh, bro. Just literally make them laugh. I feel like the easiest thing. Like me and Chris did a video. What's the easiest way to approach a girl? We did like a way back, and I think he said ask her if she like was it pancakes or waffles? Like she's gonna be like, what? Like what are you talking about? Pancakes or waffles?
No,
But,
no,
like,
that's good.
literally just go up and ask her, and it's just like I don't know, just getting out there and talking to him. Like if a person went up to Emma and asked you like pancakes or waffles, like what are you gonna say, Emma?
I mean, I'd probably laugh, and I don't know.
She'd be more interested. She's like, why should pancakes?
Yeah.
No,
well,
that's
all right, let's go
definitely
get some
that would get my
breakfast.
attention
Yeah,
for sure.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and then you can take them to breakfast. Yeah.
Keep the joke going.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn, you got them locked in. What about you? I feel like you don't really approach a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people approach you.
I mean, I don't really approach people.
You got it.
I know, I really don't, but I feel like if I would just like try and be myself, that's probably the biggest thing. I don't know. I keep things light if I do talk to people and like, yeah.
Can you tell us the time where you did have to approach somebody?
I don't think I ever have, honestly.
Ever? There hasn't been one person, even if it like never even went anywhere, like you went up to somebody and you just been like,
hey,
I
I
like
like your shoes.
I like your shoes. What's up? I like your shirt.
No, well, maybe if it's like something unique, like cool looking, then
Yeah.
I'll like go up to them and be like, oh, like that's cool, or like, yeah, I like your shirt or your shoes or whatever. But I don't know. I guess I like big gatherings I have, or like at parties I probably have.
Okay.
But I mean, I really don't do that often, if I'm being honest. I probably
Yeah.
should try and do that more. But
That'd be dope.
It most definitely
Yeah.
like when it comes to women approaching us, like every time that happens, I'm like starstruck. I'm like, whoa.
They'll remember that forever, bro, because it always has to be the other way around.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like I just think that way, so I just don't go for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, maybe
This
I'll
one's
try it.
definitely
We'll
a
see.
Maybe I'll try it. No, I
It's a game
definitely
changer.
want to see Emma try that, bro. Because like I said, that'd be crazy. If a person like you approach somebody, like they're not gonna forget it. Like I feel like girls get approached like on the daily, all the time, bro. Like I don't know, as a guy, I feel like you have to do a lot to try to get like
Lot of work.
win over a girl. You know, it's like that's another thing about this day and age, bro. You're in so much competition,
bro.
The competition is crazy.
It's a whole football team,
bro. The whole
Hopefully not
football-
literally.
Yeah,
but,
no,
like,
chill. But literally, like, I don't know. I feel like you just have to try to like be so perfect. And that's like
Yeah.
the biggest. That's like the toughest thing. I feel like
it's like I was talking to someone today, and they were like something that they're going through is really high expectations,
Mhm.
and a lot of people's mindsets aren't matching up with theirs. So like when it does come to a person that you're looking for, like what's something you're looking for in someone who could complement your life?
expectations. Like, what are they like?
So A lot of our day and age look at just the physical.
Mhm.
So like, what's something that would kind of set someone apart? Like if they came up to you and was like, or you guys were conversating, they asked you a question, or they brought something up. Maybe if it was about, business
Mhm.
or about your dreams or your goals, like, or their mindset in itself. What would be something that kind of would be like, okay, yeah, this is the one.
Well, to start things off, I do feel like when it comes to like finding somebody attractive, like I feel like physical attraction is like an important thing. I feel like
Yeah.
that is obviously the first thing you do notice in somebody. So there's that. But then another thing that'll like immediately, like as soon as like the words start coming out, like what's instantly gonna like gravitate me towards them is probably like if they're really passionate about something, or if they're really like honest. And like if somebody's super funny, like you can tell if somebody's super genuine too. I feel like it's pretty easy. Like you will notice if somebody's lying through their teeth.
Yeah.
Because they won't like it's I don't know. For me, it's just obvious. And so like if I just meet somebody that's like genuine in what they're actually trying to do, if they're passionate, that's it for me, honestly. And like I'll just want to keep knowing more about them. And a person that likes to ask questions, like as long as I'm like saying like if I'm talking to you and I know what's going in one ear, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, one ear out the other.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep on being interested.
Yeah, that's not.
What
that's
about
not
you?
Good. Like, oh, Emma.
No, you can go.
Yeah, you go first.
You go first. You've been avoiding these questions.
Yeah,
have
he's the facilitator. What do you think? What do you think?
I have been
What do
answering
you
every
think?
single question. So what's something? Oh, yeah. Honestly, just like being able to have a conversation, being able to put your phone down, like you mentioned earlier, I feel like is
Yeah.
really important. So, a lot of times, yeah, people be stuck in their phones. Things go through one ear out the other, and then also understanding that they're listening to you. So, like, if we were to talk again, like the next day or the next week, and something like the same exact conversation came up, and then they didn't know what we were talking about, that's like a
Mhm.
big thing. Like, okay, you weren't listening at
Yeah.
all, you know, and that's a huge turn off. So just actually being heard and being cared for who I am. Like, I've had a couple experiences with people where it's like, they kind of like be curving me, and then they figure out like, oh, you have a lot of followers and I don't even have that many, and then they're like,
Yeah, you do.
oh, thank you. Well,
It's the little things, bro.
yeah,
But that
so-
shouldn't matter.
yeah. So and then I'm like, and then they try to like get their way into my life more, and I'm like, yeah, that's a huge turn off.
Yeah,
So
that's-
actually
that's
caring,
annoying.
yeah, for me,
The clout chasers.
yeah, man.
That's a
Sick.
story for another time.
That is a
What
story
about
for
you,
another
Emma?
time.
What's it for you?
Honestly, you guys kind of summed that up. How I would have said it, being able to listen and understand what you're saying and kind of relate and give their own, like, talk their answers, like give their own answers and like feedback, so that it's not just like you're talking to like a brick
Yeah.
wall.
I got a question. Even if he's shorter than you?
Oh, that's like the main thing. Yes, yeah. If the
Totally.
personality is there, why not?
Man.
I can't just like completely cancel that out because of the height, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I got a question to sit on you and the people for this
Oh,
break.
man.
Over or under 6 foot? Doesn't matter. We'll find out next after
Oh my
this break.
gosh.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids. First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimik. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately, in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimik, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. The education assistance I received made it possible for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped get me to the first day at my dream job, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job, plus the other benefits possible from the Army National Guard, helped me become a first-time homeowner. Also, part of my role as a National Guard soldier means I know that I can be one of the first to respond and help my community if disaster ever strikes. I'm extremely proud that I get to serve my community, and that first step I took by joining the Army National Guard has made all the difference in my life. Talk to your local recruiter or visit nationalguard.com to find out what firsts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mario, what's going on, man?
How are you guys doing?
Nothing much, man. We're on the podcast tonight. How you feeling today, bro?
Good. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing
Great,
good.
my boy. It's good to hear from you.
Of course, we got your shirt and we got 3 of your hats ready for tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, man. Well, all right, cool. I'm gonna catch you in training tomorrow, bro. Can't wait to see you.
Sounds good.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
Emma, over or under 6 foot. Let's get
Okay.
back to it.
I don't care. That's my decision.
That's
Like,
your
it doesn't
decision?
really matter to me. Like, yeah, I don't really care.
We
That's-
like that.
So if a person was over 6 foot versus under 6 foot, you don't find them more or less attractive. It's just
Well, it depends more.
well.
Personality first,
Right.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that depends, and then their height. We'll see.
Secondary.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Personality was not in the equation, but
Yes,
we'll
but we're
let
liking-
it-
I know,
we're
but
liking the
like,
consideration.
We'll
yeah,
let it be there. Yeah. Okay.
So it's not like
100%.
the biggest deal.
Right.
All right. So let's tap in though. If you had the most perfect person in front of you, and then something that they did just like
Threw you
turned
off,
you
just
completely off. What do you think that thing would be, or what
What
be
is
that
the
it for
ick?
that for you?
I would say probably just being like sneaky and like secretive,
Mm.
and like just not like you just can't trust them. Like they're like sneaky and doing things, or like not being truthful about what they're doing. Probably that. Yeah.
Okay. My boy Nico, what's
me?
your ick, my boy?
My ick, sneaky's up there, but I feel like if somebody's like ugly on the inside, just like you can just tell if somebody's grimy or if they're just like they have false intentions. Yeah, it's definitely that. You can definitely catch that.
Yeah,
What about you,
I
Chris?
agree with you.
Same thing?
Yeah, same thing. Like you could be the most beautiful person in the world, but if you are toxic and waste on the inside, or if you just think everything should be handed to you without anything or anything like that, entitlement, I can't do it. I can't do it.
That is Chris's ick.
It's my
Trying to
icky.
think. What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I gotta phrase this question good. What would be like your idea of like the perfect person in your eyes? Like we kind of talked about it earlier, but like
Yeah, didn't we go over this?
actually, yeah, but it was like the same
Like,
question.
yeah.
I want to say like perfect scenario. Let's go over that. Let's go like
Perfect scenario
we
of a
talked about this
date?
last time. No. Scratch that. Remember last time we talked about the 10-year plan? Like where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Yeah.
Let's go over that. So 19, right?
Yeah.
29. Where do you want to be in 10 years?
Working like with my my actual job.
Mm-hmm.
Probably married with like a family and dog.
And
At
a
least
dog.
one dog. I really want a dog. My own dog. I don't know where I'm gonna live, honestly.
Here
like what
or
country? I don't
Canada?
know. Kind of just gonna go with the flow
She
on
gonna
that
go to
one
Mexico,
and see.
go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with that? Yeah, that's about it. I don't really know what else. I guess we're just gonna have to see.
How many kids?
I don't know, like 2 maybe.
2.
We'll see.
Boy and boy, girl, girl, boy, girl. We'll
One
see.
of each, maybe.
One of
That'd be
each.
cool. Well, I mean, I can't choose, so we'll
That's
see.
true. We'll see what happens.
YOLO.
Chris, 10
10
years?
years?
I think we already talked about this, but has your 10-year plan changed?
What am I? 21, 31,
22, 23.
Yeah, I was like, wait. I know we just
You don't
talked
even know
about
what
this.
you are, man.
Yeah, man, life is going, man. Honestly, yeah, 10-year plan. I mean, I wanna be most definitely international with my motivational speaking, my life coach, and with just like a big thing I've been wanting to do for a while is help like low income families, like a lot of the kids, and be a mentor to those kids because like growing up, single parent household, just my mom, so I didn't have like that father figure type, and so a lot of the men in my life did inspire me and just like were like kind of filled that role. So just being that for a lot of people, I want to tap in with that, and yeah, just continue to grow each and every day to the 10.
Let's go. You're gonna get it, bruh.
Yes, sir. You, my
Let's
boy?
go. Me. First things first. I want to be a pro at Spanish, bro. That's been one of my things.
Oh,
By the way, happy
yes.
Hispanic Heritage Month to all my fellow
Hey.
Hispanics out there. And then pray for Puerto Rico. There's been a real bad hurricane that went through there. Everything is super messed up down there.
I didn't even hear.
Yeah, it was bad. It's super bad. But flipping it, 29. Same thing with you. I want to definitely be some type of like, what is it? Content creator, motivator, really just whatever I can do. Like I want to build up enough assets to kind of give back. Like I don't know if you guys know who Mr. Beast is, but he's
Yeah.
a super successful YouTuber, and like I think he has like 90 million, 100 million subscribers.
Shout out, Mr.
And
Beast.
everything he makes, he just gives back to the community, bro. And it's just all about helping people, and that's the big thing I want to do. And one of the first people I want to get back to, kind of is just like my high school, my community. I feel like for us, like a lot of the people that come out of the high school just never really end up making it out, or they get to end up falling within the same trap. So I definitely want to try to just give back and just kind of turn the tide of how things are in that area. So
that's amazing.
That is
bro.
my goal. But tonight was an amazing podcast with the
Amazing.
one and only Emma Spence, Chris Ramsey, and myself. Tonight was great. I'm gonna let Chris go ahead and wrap this one up for today. He's had a long day.
Oh my gosh, had a super long day. Yeah, thank you guys for tapping in to Tomless Talks. Like my boy Nico said, we had Emma Spence up here, the GOAT. And don't forget to check out the merch at tomlesstalks.org. We're gonna get y'all tapped in, man. We got a lot of new things looking good, and we got hoodies on the way. The more tees we sell, the quicker the hoodies get out.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
tap in. Thank
Peace.
y'all.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit manageyourbp.org.